Hey, it's Nay, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome. If you're new here, hi, I'm Nay, and here we talk about all things looking good, feeling good, and smelling good at prices that are mostly reasonable. So if any or all of that sounds interesting to you, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, join the fam. So today we have a monthly tray check-in and swap out of some of the fragrances. So in the beginning of the month, which is like the end of August, the first couple days of September, like it started like almost midweek, so I counted as the first week. I didn't come back to switch anything out. I was enjoying for the first like last 2 weeks the fragrances I have here in my fragrance tray, and I've actually been using them. I did use a fragrance or two in a combination with the fragrance from my fragrance tray that wasn't in my fragrance tray, if that made any sense, as like a combo. But I basically used the fragrances on my fragrance tray. Super happy with myself, but I think it's time. I think it's time that I go ahead and swap out some of these fragrances. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to swap out, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to put in. Now, one thing I do feel slightly concerned about is I feel like I'm swapping out very different scents, and I'm swapping in some very similar, like in the line of scents. What do I mean by that? I mean, like, I just feel like they have similar situations, like similar situation, different font. You're gonna see what I mean in a minute. All right, so I'm taking out Carolina Herrera's Good Girl Legere. I've been liking this, but like, oh my gosh, I just want to swap out some stuff. And my problem is I'm looking at what I put here. I'm lying. I'm gonna leave this one alone for now. I'm gonna swap out Eilish by Billie Eilish. I like this one though a lot. Okay, I'm gonna swap this out. Yes. I've been enjoying her, but I'm gonna swap her out. I'm gonna swap out Clubbed In Wheat Imperial White. However, I've reserved the right to go and pick her up and spray her for a night or something, like whatever I so feel. But I'm gonna take that out as of right now. I wore her a lot, and funny enough, in the summertime. I just felt like a baddie. She's a vibe. I'm gonna swap out Accidental Vanille. Delicious, slightly powdery, perfect type of vanilla here. I love it. But I'm gonna swap her out. Carnal Gray. I actually think I'm gonna reach for her like once. Did I reach for her? Did I reach for you? I'm not sure. If I did, it was the spray that, I don't know. I'm not even sure if I reached for this. I like this. It's just not something right now. So that might be the only thing I didn't reach for on my entire tray, because I might have literally worn everything else. And then I'm going to swap out Kayali's Vanilla 28. More so to deal with the fact that I am now a third of the way left in this 100 ml bottle, and I quite literally cannot be bothered to repurchase anything right now, unless to deal with me not mixing this with everything. She's perfection. It's funny enough, a lot of the more simplified fragrances I have, or well, that's a whole nother conversation, but a lot of the more simplified fragrances people are like, oh, this is basic, are ones I reach for quite often. That says more about me than what other people have to say. It's just easier for me sometimes just to grab my basic simple scents. It's just, I know I'm gonna like it, and you know, I don't feel like I'm making a particular smell that I don't want to link to mothering, if that makes any sense. I'm going to go in with my Cleo Co Resurrection Polypeptide Cream. I'm releasing this video before I released me unboxing my my Ipsy box, but I did get an Ipsy box, and this is one of the products. So I just feel like my face looks dry. Guys, I took a bath today. I'm in, like, I can't even express to you how severely I need a true, like, money costing self-care day or night. Like, I need a professional massage. I need, oh, a face, a facial would be fantabulous, and just a whole day away from my children under the full attention of my husband, in which we eat good food. I get to drink good drinks. Yeah, and it's just timing right now, but it's fine. Moving on. So anyway, I took a little, what I could, which is after I got the kids to bed, I took a little bath. My husband cleaned the tub for me, and I put in, so I went to Lush. I want to go back because I feel like they're gonna stop selling it, and I'm gonna be very sad I only grabbed one. Guys, I grabbed the Barbie Lush bath bomb. Guys, it smells fantabulous, and it's pink and white, and it's, so that was really lovely. However, what was so great about it was how moisturized and lack of itchy I felt after I got out of the bath. So usually I have to and I know this is like counterproductive, but usually I have to like after I'm done taking a bath, I have to scrub myself, because it just feels, I don't know, I just feel itchy, and I just feel like I am dried out but not clean. If I'm gonna be dried out, at the least my body, the least whatever I use could do is to clean me. I don't know. This bath bomb was weirdly cleansing and nourishing. Like, I felt like I used, like, you know, some people are like, oh yeah, I use an oil in the shower, like they have shower oils. I need to buy some. That's what I felt like, but I also felt like I cleansed my, I don't know, it was really weird. And then there's like little sparkles in it, but like I'm not shining like a Twilight character, but there is a very faint, I don't even know if you're gonna be able to see it. No, you can't even see it. Like, very, very faint. I don't know. I want like 5 more of them. We're gonna see how that goes. We're gonna see how that goes. Because I want more before they disappear. But anyway, those are the 5 I'm taking off my tray, and I'm adding 6. Mind your business, because the 5 I went okay, so there's 4 I'm adding that I really feel like they're along the similar lines. So these other 2, I feel like stray away from it. Okay, so the first one that I don't think is in that line is Narciso Rodriguez's Poudre. Y'all, I love this, and I love Narciso Rodriguez fragrances. His musk, top tier. The musk, and how I was able to identify musk more often, is this touch of powderiness, or this touch of what I like to call a skin-like quality. So I don't smell it on myself, but when my husband gets out of a shower and he's fresh and clean, and his body cools down after, that smell, chef's kiss, is, and he's in bed, that's the smell I smell. In here I get some of that, but I also get this powdery touch, that skin smell. It's just wonderful. If you understood what I said, hit that like button. If you didn't, hit that subscribe button. I have a series where I talk about fragrance notes, and each video is a specific note, and I talk about the fragrances I have. I literally can't keep looking at myself with a little thing in there. The fragrances that I have that have that note that I can smell distinctively, that I think if you were to go smell those fragrances, or you had them and you're trying to pull that note, you might catch a feel for it. So it is in a playlist. Anyway, the problem with the musk and the powdery touches of the cubes is they're quite powdery. So if you don't like that, this is not for you. And I don't think the cube line, Narciso Poudre, Ambre, the red bottle, they're not for you. But these powderiness for me is just too much most of the time in the summertime. This smells so good. But it's cooling down. It rained today and I wore my mango striped long sleeve. I felt like a boy at first. We're taking a pause real quick and stepping over here. But I ended up loving it. I did feel a little overly warm at some parts because it's a long sleeve and it was raining, but then the sun came out. But for the most part, I enjoyed how I felt after relaxing myself, because you get into this rut of always wearing tight up clothing. But there's something to be said about a loose top and a tight bottom, or a loose bottom and a tight top. You know what I mean? I like it. And sometimes, on occasions, a loose top and a loose bottom is just fine for me. But I'm adding this. It's this beautiful, clean powderiness that is baby powder without the baby. Like, it's a powder that's just clean and effervescent and pretty. And I say effervescent in the essence of it's not just a thick clump of powder. It's very finely milled. I don't know, and it's just really soothing. I really miss this scent. I'm really happy it's starting to cool down again. I feel like fall time starts to get real crisp. However, not too crisp. I cannot function unless it's like 12 o'clock in the night, and then you're like, oh, it's like 10 degrees outside. Okay, I'm dramatic, not 10, because that's winter, but you know what I mean. When that wind be winded. But I just feel like there's so many cool and fun things to do in the fall that are just a pinch more pleasant and beautiful because of the lack of bees. Let's just call a spade, okay? And the lack of burning up of hot intensity heat. So back in the day when I was little, summer was my favorite season. And I thought that, I mean, the activities in summer are fun. I think they're more fun when you have a child. When you're a child or when you're childless. Because when you are a mommy, the kids are off of school if you're blessed to have them old enough to be in school, or it just continues on because they're just always with you. When you just there's no, oh, it's mommy spring break, you're just mommy, and then you're taking care of the kids a lot and trying to make sure the kids have a joyous time. And shout out to mommies who still trying to just work their bodies, because I know I got a lot of stuff about my body. Even today, my mother-in-law commented about how skinny I look. And that made me feel good in one part and made me feel very icky in another part, because it was kind of like, dang, I guess I was giving fat as F the last time she saw me, which was only a few weeks ago. So, those things going, anxiety, all these things after having kids is just crazy. So, like, bikinis is just the thing. I'm like, wow. And I wear my shorts and my crops, but I also have my high, I don't know, it's just a lot in the summertime. And to be the fashionista, because skirts are just hard with kids and dresses are hard with kids, but you can make them like a super long dress be kind of okay. But for the most part, I just opt for shorts. So in the fall time, I said all of that to say in the fall time, I just feel like it's easier to be fashionista feeling without like showing off the body, right? Because you just have all the long great clothes and the patterns and the boots, the shoes, the scarves, the hats, the nails, the color scheme. I mean, I'm just saying. Anyway, moving on. Like, I feel like my grandmother, I keep putting them on, taking them off, because I can't say. I'm going to put in woody tobacco. So I actually think it's time for this. Probably not, but it could also be. I'm kind of like, did I really take out Vanilla 28? I did. I like this. This is their dupe for Replica Jazz Club. Lemon, pink pepper, neroli, rum, dry fruits, blonde woods, styrax, tobacco leaves, and vanilla. What do I smell? I smell the tobacco leaves. You know what's so funny? When you come back to fragrances, you know that maceration process is a real something. And I'm definitely getting more of a brighter. I'm still getting like that barbershop vibe, but it's like it's always been sexy, but it's even sexier now. But it's bright, and I don't know if I'm smelling any fruits, but there's something slightly sweet in this. Like, I don't know if it's vanilla though. Anyway, I digress. I like this. This is super sexy. My husband won't wear this, and I want to smell it on him, but he says he gets too sweet on him. Ugh, he's just ridiculous. Woody Tobacco is a unisex fragrance, and I would love to twin with my husband wearing this and then put like a sweet fragrance layered with this. And I just, whatever, he's ridiculous. So I'm adding that to my tray. He's not ridiculous. He's entitled to his own opinions. I just wish his opinion, he liked it, so we could do it. This is Booze and Vanille by Dua. This is their dupe for M. Mikalef's No Vanille. Lord, no. I really miss this. This is sexy, boozy, slightly powdery, but the booze is a vanilla booze. And the booze is a dark booze. It's not that light booze. This is not a sip. This is a, ooh, but with a sugar in the booze. Delicious, sexy. I'm very much so here to be wearing this. I'm not gonna spray myself with this because I would literally just choke in my sleep. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is so beautiful. And Mikalef No Vanille, honestly, I would totally get the original if I had the funds right now. I would buy it right now. As is, I'm probably going to own the bottle, the real juice one day with the bottle, because I also love the bottle. But this is amazing. I have to add it. On that line, Boozy Effect, half a coming on Matrino. I can swing this. Listen, I wore this a couple times in the summer. So if I could do that, I could swing it now. This is another tobacco. Oh my gosh. There's some type of boozy note in here. It's not as heavy as Booze and Vanille. It's a little airier. Something wispy about this. I think there might be something like what's in MFK Baccarat 40 that was, what is it? The note saffron maybe is in here. That gives it this really pretty wispy quality. I like this, but I think there's also oud in this. I sprayed myself one spray. When I tell you it took over everything, but it was so nice, but there was a wispy quality that made it more bearable than if I had like wore something like oudy that is much thicker, like Ragba or something. I would literally have just collapsed wearing Ragba in the summer. Oh, this is so lovely. I love this. I love that wispy aspect. I'm noticing there's certain notes that I just like that DNA of that note. I'm definitely adding Silky Woods. Let's talk about this for 2.5 seconds. Guys, gals, gays, and days. This is, so it's definitely gotten spicier. I mean, I haven't touched the Feline fragrance that I got from Dapper in a while. So that could be playing a role, or maybe this has macerated a little bit because I've had this for a couple weeks now. It definitely has that spice quality that was missing in it before. I still stand 10 toes down on the dry down, being very similar to Kayali's newest fragrance, the Wedding Silk. Where is my Silk Santal? Where is, oh my gosh, please don't make me cause a bad word. I have to find my Silk Santal. She's somewhere. I will find her. Yes, I have to find her after this video. Okay, let's wrap up this video. I still stand 10 toes on the dry down, being very similar to that, but I'm getting the spice quality now. Very pretty. Very easy grabby type of situation for me, even though it's nichey at the same time. Is that a word? I don't know. I just made it up. Guys, I love this. I really like this. I'm adding Silky Woods. It's a warm, sweet fragrance. I don't smell not one drop of tobacco, but there's supposedly tobacco in there. But I get a spiced, sweet, delicious quality that settles on the skin, closer to the skin after a few hours. And it's very pretty. Very gorgeous. It's if you took out the fruity notes in Wedding Silk Santal and replaced the champagne with like a pink peppery vibe, and put in a more spice vibe, you're gonna get something along the line. I made it a little thicker. You can get something along the lines of Silky Woods. And I'm adding the Dapper fragrance Acro Bake. Guys, I cannot wait till I can order a couple more Dapper. Dapper did that thing-a-lang-a-lang-lang. Now, I also have Hufflepuff from Dapper already on my tray. That is a lemon cake. This is the lemon square. The major difference between the two, because I didn't think I needed to have both of these, but I'm going to add it, is because the lemon cake, you're getting a cake, sponge cake, delicious quality that's more cupcakey. This is giving like much more lemon rind, lemon juice, coated in a sugar, very, very, very thin crust, okay? You want more of the lemon tinges with super sugary deliciousness? Hufflepuff is the way to go, or any of the dupes. You want more tart while still drenched in sweetness? Then you want Acro Bake, because the Acro Bake or any of its dupes is just much more tart and juicy, mouth-watering, and slightly like a bitter, but not bitter like bitter. Like, you're not eating single Bible. You're not eating aloe. You're eating you took a bite of the lemon and actually got just a little tinge of the lemon right in your mouth. You're like, but then you add the sugar. So because the lemon is coated in sugar, so it's like, and it's like baked a little bit. It's delicious. And then let cool down. It's delicious. Quite literal gourmand, but for some reason the Hufflepuff stays sweeter, like a gourmand, longer than the Acro Bake. I don't understand that, because I don't even think there's any floral notes in this, but maybe my skin just eats that up. So anyway, I'm adding these 6 fragrances, taking off the 5. Mind your business with the addition of the 1. Okay, we do what we can here. Let me know if you swapped out any fragrances on your fragrance tray. How is it going with the use of the fragrances? Oh, real quick, 2.5. Listen, do you guys see this little dent? Please settle down with the, oh my gosh, that's not really a dent, squad. This is a new fragrance. This just dropped fairly recently, as in a few weeks ago. This is Burberry Goddess. This is a dent for a new fragrance. This is a decent ass. This is actually a very good dent for such a new fragrance. I am in love with this fragrance. I know there's quite a bit of people that are not impressed with this, and that is a-okay. Everybody's entitled to their opinions. No, that does not make them a liar. No, that does not make me a liar. That makes us different people. What do you know? We are. This is so delicious. Not overtly complex, but I'm thinking caviar. I would never have been like, let me put some vanilla caviar in a fragrance. No. Never. But it's genius. Who created this fragrance? Who is the nose behind this fragrance? You deserve a medal. I'm just being honest. I love, and I'm noticing, okay, I love a good lavender note. There is something to be said about lavender. And lavender gets a bad rep from a lot of females, saying that it's masculine and that it's fun and dandy. But for me, just call me woman. You know what I mean? It's gorgeous. I love the touches of lavender in here. I love the heavy dosage of vanilla. This caviar is super interesting in here. And this boozy texture I'm getting out of here is wondrous. And she mixes well with many a things. I'm just saying. So I've been spraying her like I have 0 scents. And I'm actually, even with that little dent, starting to slow my ass down, because I don't want to have to finish. I'm trying not to done this before Christmas. I need this to last me into next year. We're going to see how that goes, because I am quite literally loving it. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this whole video. As I said, let me know how you're feeling about your tray so far, if you swapped out any fragrances. Because, you know, there's no rules to this. We can say there is, but do whatever the heck you want. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this whole video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, join the fam, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye.